Hey there, y'all. Disney D Prince here today, and today is another edition of the Ken doll head swap project. Now, this isn't a color matching video so much as it is an update your Ken doll made to move video. So, as you can see, this Ken doll over here is made to move, and I have a new Ken doll in the box. What we have here is an older Ken doll with the older neck style. This neck style is not going to fit on this body. This is where they had the disc that were in there, and they would just pop into the body and they would just move side to side. But as we can see, I have this doll. I'll get you guys a good look at his face. He is an older one. I think he was a My Style Ken, but I think he was about 2004 or 2005. I can't really tell because I cut the name off the back of his neck. But as you can see, he has full range of motion on this head, and he doesn't really come off. So I'm going to show you guys how to take your older Ken dolls and update them. Now, just a warning, this does take your Ken doll and essentially ruin the head if you're ever trying to go back and put it back on the old body. So, and another caveat is I don't know if this works on the Silkstone Kens because I've never worked with a Silkstone Ken. But the first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to have a Ken doll that is either articulated or slightly articulated, however you want to work with it. I prefer all of my Kens made to move. So I'm going to open up this Ken doll because I had one ready to go already. Because I have been buying these up every chance I get because I love this made to move Ken. And because he is the base skin tone for almost all the Ken dolls. So take him off. Now, most of these Ken dolls that you find, just kind of hope you luck into them in the stores now. They are kind of off the shelves, I've noticed in a lot of places, which makes me a little sad because I really wanted these to get restocked because they are the Fashionista line, so I was hoping they were going to stay around for at least a few years, but it does not look like they were going to. Okay, so we've got him out. Again, he's got this little he's got his thing right there. I'm going to take him out of the wheelchair. I love these wheelchairs, but I have like 15 of these at least right now. So I don't even worry about those anymore. And again, we're not really going to need to worry about taking these staples out because what we're going to do with this Ken doll right now, and you see it's got a nice pliable head, is we are going to start at his hairline right here with some I use nippers because they're built for plastic, but you can use scissors or an X-Acto knife, however you want to do it. And we're going to start right there, and we are going to make a hole. Now try to get as close to the hairline as you can, just because you never know when you might want to take this hair, especially on the molded hair Kens. Let me move this down so you guys can really see what I'm doing. And see, I've already got this hairline, largely cut away. Now what you want to do is you want to leave enough of the hairline to where you are not, I thought I cut this part already and I've got a little bit left back there that's holding on to it, that's why. Okay. Now you can also take the head off. I just noticed that last time I was doing this, it was easier to just leave this head on, because once you take this head off, it does get a little more complicated to put it back on, just because you don't have as much push and pull as you have. Okay. And again, we're gonna just kind of stay close to this headline back here. And now, as you can see, we've taken his whole hair off. And his head still has full movement. And the big part that you want to hold on to is this nub and the parts right along here. And now your best bet, I've noticed, now you can start on your other part, because this is kind of the big part that takes the most amount of time, is you're gonna take this whole neck and just cut right along the jawline. Now this is a 2005 Ken, okay, but this works with all of your older Kens, because all you're doing is you are cutting this whole area off, which we're gonna do right now. I generally like to start with like a nice big cut to get through that ring. What you're gonna wanna do is with your nippers or your X-Acto knife, just kind of take out a chunk so you can really get in there. And then again, make sure that you are staying along that jawline and generally following the shape of the head. So you want to stop about right there under the ears. Because you don't want to cut into the back hairline too much. So generally about, you know, half a fingernail below your Ken doll's head, below your Ken doll's neckline. And you're gonna wanna just cut around that. And again, and you're gonna notice that you're gonna have some cleaning up to do. But again, don't worry about it too too much right at this point. Just kind of get your first kind of nasty cuts out of the way. And already he looks much more like a stable necked Ken doll. And now over here, I would say I may have gone a little high to where you just kind of want to follow right along that jawline. It's not going to hurt anything because we have something under there that's going to cover it, but you generally want to match your doll head to your donor head. So I mean, I'm just going to kind of smooth this out right here. So do be careful when you go up to that part around your ears. And again, you can use sort of the flat side of your nippers. Now they do sell these at Target, so you can find them. I may want to go just a little higher over here. Just to sort of match the vibes from the other side. Okay. So now what we've got is our head where there's not any real visible neck from the old neck. Now, when doing this, your Ken doll's face will probably get a little bit wider just because we are going to shove this stuff inside of it. So you can try putting it in like that. I have noticed it's a little difficult with the entire head. And so I think on this one that I did, I cut off right around the eyes. Because you do want to leave something to kind of hold it in, and that nose is generally a pretty good thing to leave in. So I should preface this: you are gonna ruin a donor head to do this, which is why I like these wheelchair Ken heads, and I don't even think twice about it because I hate his paint. Hate his paint job. But if you like wheelchair Ken, use just like a basic $5 Ken head. And now let's generally just try to go up like this, and you just kind of want to slip it over. But if you can't get it inside, then it's just kind of as easy as, you know, taking this Ken doll head off like this. And I'm going to show y'all this way because I'm having an issue getting it inside. Okay. And what you would do right there is you would just take him in because really the only important thing that you want to keep inside there is his the neck ring. So as long as you keep that neck ring intact, you're gonna be okay. And by the neck ring, I mean this one. again, just kind of work it in. And you want to just kind of pull it down on those parts. Until you've got it kind of flush with the neck that you made. And then from there, you're just gonna wanna try to pull it in. Now, this will take some finagling, but if you're patient and trying to work on it, this is really the part where your Ken doll comes to fruition. But I can't remember if I used a screwdriver or not last time. I think I did, to avoid cutting it. So find yourself a nice thick flathead screwdriver. Something that's about the size of your neck hole area. And if you're trying to be careful with your hair on the inside, if you're not rerooting this, then again, just kind of be careful on the insides. And this is also kind of why I said, you know, be careful with the with your neck plug. But your Ken is on. At that point, and he can turn left, he can look down, he can look up, he can look to the side. He is officially a made to move. Now, is he as pretty as this one? As the previous one that I did? No, just because his neck peg is stuck back there and I may have to plier him out to get him back on, which I think I might actually do on camera for you guys, just so you know. But you're just gonna grab some little needle nose pliers if you've got them. Just grab some needle nose pliers if you've got them. If you can't get it out with your little screwdriver, I think honestly the biggest problem with this one is that this guy has a very shallow neck, or a very shallow jaw compared to the previous one that I did. So I may just have to, yeah, dig him out like this. Okay. So there he is. I'm gonna just stick him on this Ken doll already. Yeah, right there. And I'm just gonna work my way around him. I may actually take this part off. Remember, this is, you know, not about being pretty, it's about making it work with this foot, with this head. So this head is gonna look, it's gonna look a little rough when you're inside, when you're looking at it inside. But again, the whole point is keeping this neck peg active. Again, what you're gonna want to do you're going to want to, once you've got this part, you're going to want, just work it slowly. You're in no rush. Maybe take your flathead and get it under there. Actually, this one may need to have the face completely cut off. This Wheelchair Ken's face mold is very thick. Because look at how thick that plastic is, or the vinyl, whatever it's made out of. Again, I'm not worrying about if it really looks nice very much. I'm just kind of trying to figure it out. And already we're getting more in line with what we want it to be at. Okay. And again, once you get them on, just kind of massage them to try and get that same feel of the head. And that's why I preface this saying I don't know if this will work on Silkstone Kens, because I do not know how their neck joints work. But that's about all you need to do. See, he's got left, he's got right, he's got up, he's got down. And there you go. And he's in there a lot nicer this time. But yeah, don't be afraid to go back and cut more if you think it's gonna look better. Like, honestly, I'm kind of tempted to take him and go in and cut whatever is kind of bulging against his cheek, which might be the jaw, I'm not sure. I don't know if you guys can tell it, but one side of his face is a little bit bigger, but then the other part of me is like, this might just be my looks like me doll, because my jaw does that. So that's how you take an older Ken doll and make him made to move. Now again, that's the difference between these two. They are different heads. This was a My Style, and I think this was a regular fashionista, but they both look good now. And they both have full articulation because they are on made to move bodies. Now, he does look a little short-necked, but again, yours will probably wind up looking a little different. However you want to do it, that's how you get him on and still have your articulation. Now, his articulation is going to be a little tight just because that head is shoved in there, but it works all the same. Sorry, my allergies are killing me, y'all. And that's how you do it. And that's how you do it with an older Ken doll head. And now that is my last older Ken doll head, so I'm not going to be able to do this a second time to where I show y'all. But, I mean, that's what we did. See, he sits, he can sit cross-legged, he can go do yoga. Bada boom. That's what he looks like now. And he says, thanks guys. Says bye. Alright y'all, this has been Disney D Prince. Y'all have a good one.